The University of Victoria's Student Society Director of Campaigns and Community Relations is joining us on the line. Tam Aljundi is here. Sir, how you doing?
Hello. Hi, Ryan. I'm doing well. Thanks for having me.
Yeah, great to talk to you because at Saanich Council this week, a student housing project has been the subject of conversation as they have... they've done something to try to keep this thing alive a little bit after the funding, I guess, disappeared for it, or at least was repaced, as the BC government called it in its budget. So this big student housing project, I guess, was a little up in the air. What Saanich Council did was approve a development variance permit, which allows the university to start working on the site, or at least preparing the site and, I guess, getting all of its ducks in a row for when funding does eventually show up. So we wanted to talk to you about this and get a student perspective on this. And maybe to start with, just explain the site itself. Have you seen where this is going? Where is it on the university?
Yes, housing been like a very, very important and urgent thing. I cannot speak on behalf of UVIC, but I can speak from my talks with the students. Many are left having to live off of campus because about 80% of the current residents, which is about 3,000 beds that currently the university has, are occupied by first years. So many of the students are left having to compete in the rental market, which is already overstretched here in Victoria, having to live in West Shore, commute for over 1 hour to just get to campus, to their classes. It's just adding, honestly, much unnecessary stress to students in an already a very challenging times. That is, to be honest with you, is really making education much more challenging for our students.
Was it a blow when you heard that this project was going to be delayed?
Yes, to be honest, it was. It was disappointing. It's understandable, when we are the government having to reorganize their budgets, but this is not a privilege. It is a necessity. Students must be must be consulted in this. It cannot wait till 2034, the suggested new timeline. This is urgent. We have to act on it now. So yeah, it was very frustrating, but it was very also really good to see Saanich Council and Mayor supporting this and students showing up to voice their concerns. And it was just so powerful being there in that room and hearing students speak and council listen.
Yeah, I guess that was the big moment this week. The Saanich Council moved to try to keep this going in a sense. And do you and the students feel that this was a move that will kind of keep this thing alive? Or how important was the Saanich decision to give the development variance permit? And I don't need to get into all the municipal nitty gritty, but what was it a big deal, you think, to do this?
Yes, I would say so. At this point, Saanich basically have done their part, and they have promised unanimously to write a letter to the provincial government, to the premier. So that's really important for me. Is we need collaboration across all levels of government. So at this point, municipal government, Saanich in this case, have done their part, and I am hopeful that province is going to be on board. So for me, this is very promising. It doesn't mean we are there yet, but means our efforts are being seen and students' voice is being heard.
Well, Council denouncing the decision by the province to put off the funding for the project, which originally, like you said, was supposed to open in about 2029, I think was the original timeline. Now, 2034 is what we're looking at. So Saanich Council denouncing that move, going to reach out to them, the province, about this. Hopefully we still see it happen. So, and just to sort of place it in my head, because I want to make sure that we are talking about the right thing. I like to kind of put things in geography. I just like to have the visual for it in my head. So this is off Finnerty Road, right? That's the area we're talking about?
Yeah, so this is housing on campus. And for me, why this is very important, and sorry, I'll just quickly brief you on it, is um, most of the students who live on campus, about 90% of them, won't be commuting using their own car. So that's already like a good thing. It also will help students in being part of the community. Many of the students actually that go to Victoria transfer from other college, like from Camosun or other community colleges. So having that in on campus is necessary on all aspects, because um, students are already struggling, and building that community on campus, it's building safe homes for them, not just beds, you know.
Well, thank you so much for letting us know how the students are feeling about these moves. Tam Aljundi is Director of Campaigns and Community Relations with the UVIC Student Society. Thanks for joining us today.
Thanks, Ryan.